Donna, you're next.
Yeah.
We could have just talked in the airport for 4 hours yesterday.
Well, I tried, but you was busy reading his book. Good morning. My name is Donna Thompson, and I am the chairwoman of the Fort Hall Business Council, the governing body of the Shoshone-Bannock tribes. And first, I want to thank Chairman Simpson and this subcommittee for your efforts to help Indian country. And it's also an honor to see Chairman Cole here today. So today I will focus on 1, advance appropriations and mandatory funding for IHS and BIA, the IHS realignment and hiring, and BIA staffing and services. The tribes appreciate that you have included advance appropriations for IHS over the past few years. As we saw this fall, it was very much needed. I've got my paper screwed up here, you guys. This provision is critical to maintaining operations, and we request that this continue. We also request a similar provision for BIA. Although advance appropriations for IHS is key to upholding the trust responsibility, the larger issue remains the annual discretionary appropriations for health care that is still less than 50% of the level of need. As a result, the Indian health system relies heavily on Medicaid to make up this shortfall. Approximately half of our tribal members on the reservation are enrolled in Medicaid. However, this reliance on Medicaid has several problems. First, the federal government has a trust responsibility to provide health care, but Medicaid is run by states who do not have a trust responsibility. As a result, tribes in different states face different rules for eligibility, services, and benefits. This forces tribes to negotiate with states for health care, and these days there is pressure from Congress and the state of Idaho to limit Medicaid spending. Funding for IHS should be made fully mandatory to truly uphold the trust and treaty responsibilities. CMS should work directly with tribes, not states, on health care funding. Turning to IHS realignment and hiring, IHS proposes centralizing administrative functions and shifting other functions to new regional offices. However, we are deeply concerned that while IHS is focused on realignment, it is failing to address basic issues like hiring that would actually improve services. With a 35% vacancy rate, it is critical that IHS fix the broken hiring process. The lack of providers is a huge problem. The hiring process takes too long. Job candidates can't wait months as IHS reviews applications. They move on to other jobs. Further, more effort must be made to retain providers. The loss of even one doctor, dentist, or nurse can have a massive impact. We request the subcommittee conduct oversight to ensure that IHS is focused on actually improving health care services in Indian country. Finally, BIA staffing. Last year, the BIA carried out 2 deferred resignation programs, resulting in more than half of the employees leaving our already understaffed Fort Hall agency, causing significant disruptions, especially with realty and probate. Our agency remains short-staffed with just 6 of 17 positions filled. Deferred resignation programs carried out in the name of efficiency have only resulted in less capacity to provide basic services. This is extremely frustrating for our tribal members. Many have received late lease payments or have not yet received lease payments. Tribal members rely on these payments to put food on their tables. I hear from tribal members daily about this. Despite recent department efforts to prioritize the probate backlog, the BIA has not hired anyone to address these issues, and there is a lack of judges to resolve the cases. Currently, we have a 5-year backlog in probate cases, which equals to about over 200 cases. We need more people working at the department to work on probate and leasing issues. We also request oversight on how the BIA can approve these services to the tribe. Thank you.
Thanks, Donna. Chief?